It's absolutely amazing, and I am so excited that we have Emulin. And thank you, Joe. Like, from the bottom of my heart, from every cell in my body, I'm thanking you. My testimony, I mean, there's several that I have, but my testimony that I'm going to share tonight is about my son. And many have heard my testimony, but it's worth repeating because it's one of these situations where you have an individual who has different abilities. He's under the spectrum and he's now 22. And we had tons of behavioral issues over the years. So significant that he actually, at one point, the ministry was going to take him and place him in a different place than where I live. So we're in Duncan on Vancouver Island. They were going to move him 45 kilometers away from me, either in Nanaimo or to Victoria. And there was no way I wanted that to happen. My son had these challenges. He was creating chaos in our household because my daughter, who's a year and a half younger than him, was his target. And this girl had to sit and do her homework with me blocking the door. So as he was trying to get in at her, telling her he was going to kill her. So it was absolutely awful, awful stuff that we had to go through. He went into respite 4 nights a week, a different home every night. So people had the ability not to be burnt out, because I knew his behaviors would burn people out. And for 5 years, I kept the same caregivers for him. The ministry thought it was appalling that he was going to different homes, but he thrived in each one of those homes. When he turned 19, we decided to move him into a trailer on my parents' property and put care in there. And the caregivers were consistent. He was going to a program that was consistent. He was having fun in his life. And we added Emulin. And I didn't know what really was the reason he was doing so well. I thought probably the Emulin was helping, but I wasn't sure. So after 2.5 years, this past January, we had 4 days without Emulin. And his behaviors actually went sideways. He became aggressive. He became disrespectful. He actually attacked my nephew, who is one of our caregivers. And I was like, what is going on with this kid? And my nephew realized in that 4-day period that he didn't notice that the new bottle of Emulin, because we got it through Dr. Joe's ATM site, was Emulin, and he didn't give it. So we got him back on the Emulin, and things settled again. When we all went to Vegas, we had run out of Emulin. I had ordered it from the site. It hadn't arrived before I left. And so my son was about 2 weeks without Emulin. And things went really sideways for his behavior again, to the point where the program that he was in that I created, they were looking at asking him to leave. And they were looking at behavioral consultants coming in and trying to figure out what is going on for this kid. And as soon as I got back from Vegas, I got the Emulin to him. We started giving him 4 caps a day, which I think works out to about 1,000 milligrams, Dr. Joe, if I'm right. And he has been getting 4 caps a day since then. And within, again, 4 days, I started getting text messages from people that work with him saying, what have you done? This kid is more settled. He is happy again. He's integrating. And as a mom who's gone through the ups and downs and trials and tribulations with their son that has, significant behavioral issues, I have some PTSD. When he acts sideways, it's challenging for me because I'm scared. Excuse the term here. I'm scared shitless, because basically his behavior could put him in jail at some point. And so the fact that nothing else had changed except we ran out of Emulin, I know absolutely now that Emulin has made a difference in his life, and he will never be without it again, ever. And I just saw a post come up about ADD. My son has ADD as well. This is a product that doesn't cure things, but it helps the body get back to homeostasis. It helps our body do what it needs to do. And stop asking if it's going to help with certain things. We all need it. And there's like basically Sam just put up, from womb to tomb. Absolutely. We all need it. And I have seen so many individuals improve their life because of this product. I used to wake up 2.5 years ago, before I was on Emulin, and I was like an old lady getting out of bed. My feet hurt, my back hurt, everything hurt. And in November, I actually got run over by a horse and broke my back, broke L1, and worst pain I'd ever been in. But between Emulin and the Max, I came out of that with hardly having any pain and no repercussions from having a broken back. So I think everyone needs to try it. You need to understand that it may not happen overnight for you. Some people, it's 4.5 months before you actually see some changes. But how long did it get you to have those inflammatory conditions before? I mean, this has been a lifelong thing that's been happening to your body, and you need to give this product time to work. And I'm now 2.5 years in. I've added the 24/7, and I'm getting even more benefits. So, you know, skin tightening, cellulite disappearing, and, you know, waking up with more energy than I ever thought I could at 54 years old. So happy it's part of Valentus, and I am so happy for everyone on this call that's going to be trying Emulin, and for everyone that we share it with.